Hello everyone, to a video, and today I'm actually going to show you all the updates in Minecraft ever. It's actually like the test for cave game, which is actually the really old version of Minecraft, really old version. It's like actually the first version. It was actually called cave game at this time, and the features it added were physics, lighting, which was only 2 light levels, chunks, which are world generation at the 256 by 64 by 256 time, caves, which done until a few blocks before the last layer of cobblestone, making it reveal. Creative mode, this was an extreme basic version of it. The player could not fly or place blocks, and there was no inventory or hotbar to get them from. It also had entities. The player currently has no visible model at a height of 1.6. Now listed internally as a block at this time. Cobblestone, made with the same graphics on Notch's game with Rubby Dung. Grass, made with the same graphics from Rubby Dung. Only generates on tiles, that's not lit. So, the next update was RD 132211. This version is actually the only. This version is actually a version that'll be available in the launcher. It's the oldest version available in the launcher. The additions are placing and destroying blocks, left-clicking places a block, right-clicking destroys a block. Changes. It also has some changes. Blocks. Block types are handled depending upon where they are located within the world, as opposed to later versions where any block can be placed anywhere. Blocks at the same level as grass turn to grass, and blocks at the same level as cobblestone or air turn to cobblestone. Also, the RD before the version number stands for Rubby Dung, which is a Notch game, a game Notch was working on. There's also level generation improved to be not so messy and random, as shown in the cave game tech test video, but instead completely flat. That's actually all that one. So it doesn't have any new blocks or anything. Next update is RD 132328. It was made on May the 13th, so let's see 13, just 13th then. I don't know, oh no, that's not right. I think the 28 is on the 28th then. So that. It also has a new mob, the first new mob called Humans. Run randomly around the map with no proper AI or movement animation. First mob to be added into the game. Spawned upon world generation and loading. Do not save to level.stat file, DAT file. Changes. Grass block slightly brighter. The first mob was really weird. Also this one is unavailable in the launcher, but direct proof vectors might not even exist. So this one. This one is not it is in Georgia, but please want to hold this to play it, downloads RD161348 instead. So it doesn't actually download the right one. This actually means like 15 for the 5th, 2009. So that means that one. It already changes the level generation. Level generation is now more natural. That's what it used to look like. It doesn't even look like Minecraft. Next update is RD1600502. So on May the 15th, 2009. It actually adds 5 new blocks. Dirt, stone, and planks. There is also general features. You can spawn human mobs by pressing G. Block picking using the number keys 1 to 4. Block particles. Support for different block types and dynamic blocks. Full screen mode. Crosshair to select items. There's also changes. Physics. Grass exists on dirt while under light. Grass blocks revert to dirt when they are no longer under light. Grass blocks revert to dirt when a block is on top of it. Grass has to spread to dirt block in order for dirt to grow grass. Shadows brighten. Level generation. Unless a level.dat from an older version is launched, the world is no longer flat. Loading a world from older pre-classic versions causes all blocks to become stone. Textured grass blocks now have side and bottom textures rather than the same texture on each side. Stone has the current texture, while cobblestone now uses a slightly smoother version of the previous stone's texture. Blocks remove the ability to obtain grass blocks. Moving is much slower when in midair. I think the next update is RD161348, which is available in launchers. This one actually just adds one block called sapling. Pressing 6 will select it will disappear if in darkness or also. Also, there's some changes. Crosshair enlarged to current size. Game is no longer in full screen mode. Particles now follow a player's direction. A player facing Earth will see the full particle rather than a slide film of the side. Textures change wood planks texture from that to that, so it's slightly bright, slightly darker now. Don't know why. Terrain generation. Cliffs added to terrain generation. The grass layer can now be thicker than 2 to 3 blocks. Also, it's a fix as well. Fix rendering glitch where the world becomes invisible at certain angles. So next feature is it's unavailable in the launcher but indirect proof exists. I don't know what indirect proof means though. I don't know what this means. The features were the game was single player and contained 4 full blocks stone, dirt, stacked rocks, which actually means cobblestone, and planks. I don't actually know what that means. Next update was unavailable in the launcher. Actually, next update, next 16.16.16 and 16.16.25, but no direct proof actually exists, so it might not even exist. Pressing Y swaps the mouse Y-axis. Change the mouse code. Bug fixes. And the next one is this one. These were all made on May 16th. It only fixes a few features. Next update is the final pre-classic update, which is unavailable in the launcher, but it is in directives. I don't know what that means. This one just fixes features. Then there's the next ones, which are early classic creative and pre-classic. Pre-classic. Should say over here. Yeah, there's a lot of updates. So the ones that are actually in the launcher, the blue ones, except I'm even the first one as well, the first one. This one might not exist, 0.0.1a. It actually adds a version number to the top left corner. I'm also going to do the orange updates as well. So now we have these. Come to the frame rate and chunk updates. 0.0.11a. So it already fixes some features. So the next update is I'm going to do 0.0.12a. An infinite ocean now surrounds the map. You can no longer pass the edge of the map. This now opens the pause menu. Pressing F cycles between 4 levels of render distance. Pressing N saves the current level as a level.dat file. Only saves the level if the world changed since the last save. the ability to kill mobs. It also adds swimming, only applied to players. Steams move at full speed and in water. Blocks. It has a new block called Bedrock, unobtainable to the player. Initially referred as unbreakable stone. Bedrock and the layer above, at the bottom of the world, is always dark, even if exposed to the sky. Cannot be broken, placed against, or otherwise selected. Oh, it also adds lava and water. And goes some more features. Changes are saplings, change the texture of sapling. Water now flows to fill any available space below or next to it. With just one water source, the entire world may be for 0.12a will receive a bedrock layer at the bottom of the bar and an ocean surrounding it. New level generator. Terrain is more messy with more bumps visible on the surface. Lakes occur when the surrounding water is at a higher level than the terrain. All dirt with access to sunlight will not become grass upon world generation if below water level. Lava lakes also spawn occasionally. Surface dirt layer is more uniform. Almost always there is a layer of grass with dirt and dirt above stone. Cliff faces can no longer be made of pure dirt and grass. So them. Next update I'm going to do is not these. I think these are like probably just bug fixes or something. The addition for this one just added thin block selection outline, huge level size. Doesn't say how much it is. How big it is. Level same for players with accounts. Feature for registered and logged in players. 5 slots total. Stored in the URL HT. Let's see if this works. Does this work? Can I play Minecraft for free? That means no. Aspect ratio upgain ratio is now 854 by 480, not 640 by 480. Hold and jump no longer allows for auto jumping. So next update is 0.0.14a, which adds loads of new blocks. But the general is controller support, block, pick and support, mobs saved in level data, clouds. You can see the clouds right there. It also adds new blocks: sand, gravel, gold ore, iron ore, coal ore, logs, and leaves. It also adds world generation. Trees are made of logs and leaves. It also changes some blocks. Planks having a new texture and obtained by destroying a wood block. Cobblestone now also have a new texture. So now planks look a little bit more modern. Water now flows faster. So as a screenshot of the offset test, that does not look like Minecraft. It looks like circling and stuff. Next update is 0.0.14a. They are some. Oh, I've done this one. I actually looked at that update. So I'm not on. I'm just gonna look at the last update as well. Just change the tree shape. Just a minute. Okay, so I think the next update is multiplayer test 1. Changes the texture of oak leaves. You'll see the sector of gravel. It actually looks like that. I don't even know what that is. It looks ugly. Looks disgusting. I hate it. It's worse than modern gravel. Also, trees have no shape again. Now look like more like modern trees. So next update is 0.0.15a multiplayer. That's 2. I think that's like multiplayer. All this one adds multiplayer. Players' usernames show above their heads. And T shows chat. So it adds changes for multiplayer, adds smoother client interpolation. Yeah, I don't even know what they mean. There's also multiplayer test 3. This one adds some new commands, admin commands, /ban, /kick and /broadcast. Oh, and changes are multiplayer changes are reduce bans with usage. Next update is 0.0.16a. They just released multiplayer. That's what it actually did. There's also server versions. I don't know what the server version update is 0.0.16a, which is the next major update, I think. Because it just has A at the end, it's not really. It just shows some. Next major update is 0.0.17a. It has some new additions, which is added /set spawn for admins in multiplayer, list logs in players when name security, server-side client verification for in server.properties. Set this to false to allow players to connect directly via HTTP // all that right there. I've logged in .txt on the server. Oh, there's some changes to probably tiny ones. Update is 0.0.18a. It just adds it actually just adds / teleports, which is now called / TP. Next update is 0.0.19a. The only thing that it adds is actually just a block called sponge. It also adds some glass, just sponge and glass, and also it also changes that. Remove sand and cobblestone from the inventory hotbar. Not the inventory, the hotbar, because of lack of space. Water and lava now have animated textures. Fix the clay and crush on bug on traps. So next update is what's not this here is 0.0.28. Actually, it's label blocks. It also adds some new blocks called loads of new blocks, 16 of them. Even more actually. There's loads in this thing because the colourful update. So this is the first named update. What I'm gonna name it. I call it the colourful update. First update that I'm gonna name. It's white cloth, light grey cloth, dark grey cloth, red cloth, orange cloth, yellow cloth, chartreuse cloth. That's gonna be a different one. It's not even Minecraft. Green cloth, spring green cloth, cyan cloth, capri cloth, ultramarine cloth, violet cloth, magenta cloth, and rose cloth. I can't see red or black. It also adds some 2 flowers, dandelion and rose, and it adds 2 of the first 2 mushrooms as well. And also the only mushrooms in Minecraft. Red mushrooms and red mushrooms. It also adds block of gold as well. And also adds the command / solid. Players can no longer destroy unbreakable blocks. Admins have the permission to break these blocks. Cobblestone and sand are now available again for the new inventory. That's all so far. Next update is 0.0.21a. Frames per second on some computers. The cause of a hang bug was that's all on that one. Not much on that one. 0.0.22a. Oh, so that's what it's just changed. It was not add, but change. Next update is 0.0.23. All it does is just add options and customizable controls, and also change texture from buttons. Choose the player's name under the tab menu. This one, the last update now. See what that is. Oh, this is actually it is actually the last version of multiplayer test. It's actually got a remake. You can actually get it on Minecraft, classes.minecraft.net. 0.24 survival test. It just adds survival mode, and it also adds fight mobs, and one of them is actually not a mob today. There's creepers, are a lot darker than normal, return to normal when hit, and explode on death. And there's also pigs, skeletons, zombies, and another mobs called signs. Signs are actually mobs, not blocks anymore. Called mobs in this update, and can be spawned by pressing B, cannot be edited. And there's also arrows, can be shot by pressing tab, currently not used with bows. Also fast rendering. Brown mushrooms regain health, and red mushrooms heal you. And enemies fall over when killed. Humans now, there's lots of it, yeah. There's also different ideas considered during the development of the script. The next subject is this one. Nobody knows what was in there. Also, there's also 0 point that one there. I don't think these aren't even major versions, and also no one knows what that was in there too. Next subject, probably major test. You build save and load files. Please now drop mushrooms, skeletons now fire arrows. The player now spawns and also that score. I still don't even know what score means. I don't even know why it's in the game. Should do something, maybe. If you get score, maybe it'll give you experience, maybe. I don't know. I actually don't know what score means. And also mobs are now more dangerous. Arrows deal more damage. Killing skeletons make arrows drop. Mobs now respawn over time. Lone mobs lose health over time and eventually die. Monsters fight each other. If a skeleton shoots another skeleton, they battle to the death. So next major update is 26 survival test, which adds rain. It also has spiders that here right now actually look like this. They actually have a different texture from now. They actually brown instead. They actually drop brown mushrooms upon death, and there's also stone slabs drop from coal ore and mossy coals. So stone slabs usually drop. Also, they've changed the texture now, so now they have a black thing at the bottom of their feet now. So it sort of looks different there. It's new texture. They have black at the bottom of their feet. Now show explosion particles upon death. Cannot destroy rock-type blocks. It also adds a new block called TNT 10 going to the player upon world generation. These were actually implemented in a version after this. It also adds stone. Stone now drops cobblestone. And coal ore now drops 1 to 3 stone slabs and broken. Gold ore now drops the gold blocks, and the block of gold changes as the texture has changed. So Now it looks like this, not like this. So it no longer looks like butter. Obtained from mines gold ore. Iron ore, which we'll actually add in the future. I've lost actually been added. Yes. Next update is 0.27 spiral test. It actually adds 2 blocks, bricks, which is currently unobtainable, and an iron block. Also creepers type blocks, which are coal ore. Coal ore drops 1 to 3 coal slabs when broken. Iron ore drops 1 to 3 blocks of iron. And gold ore drops 1 to 3 blocks of gold. Change the texture to that from that. It also has bookshelf. Also bookshelves are currently impossible to. Also, I think it has bookshelves, so they're currently impossible to obtain without a pre-edited map. Cannot be broken. Can be broken by explosions and drops nothing when broken. Spiders change texture from that to that. They're not more black now. It's actually their mob, or just before their mob texture. Also, next update is actually 0.30. It actually adds sheep in public survival mode and chooses our hitting an active TNT block. If you use this, I'll let you pick it up. Removed online saving for free accounts. And, that's all. And that's all the features. Next versions are late classic reads 0.58. Which it adds sheep mobs and adds creative mode. Also, the options are 3D anaglyph, view bobbing, and black outlines. It also adds black outlines. Mobs probably. Those are the options. There's also changes and the ability to change game mode to the internal value. So it does add creative mode. Again, so you can now go back to creative mode. It also adds 0.29 update. Update 0.29 just adds a toggle for rain multiplayer. Oh, Tails and Sonic. That's Tails. Oh, that's Sonic. That's Adventure Sonic, Dreamcast. I think that's Dreamcast Sonic. It says 0.30 next. It actually removes mobs. Wait, why would they remove mobs? I like mobs. Why did they remove them? Well, that's actually the last version of class. The next is actually Infdev. So first there is 0.31. It adds title screen, dynamic lighting, survival mode, smelting, fire, difficulty settings, peaceful, easy, normal, and hard. Options, isometric level rendering distance, isometric level rendering screenshot option, full screen mode accessible via F11, ability to drop the whole stack of items instead of one at a time. Right clicking deposits a single item from a hovering stack. The player now needs a pickaxe to mine stone. That's so when harvesting blocks and from fire and lava as well as from torches. Also it adds sounds. It also adds loads of new blocks. It adds fire, torches, chests, gears. Gears are now removed, this is what gears look like. It's actually what they look like. They also need cogs. It also adds diamond ore, which was originally block of diamonds, originally named emerald block. Crafting table and infinite water, origin from highest location. It also adds some new the first items. It adds apples, flint and steel, which places fire, diamond, which was originally named emerald, iron ingot, gold ingot, iron, diamond, and golden shovels. Also the shovels are used to gather types of dirt or sand 4 times faster than by hand. And they also have iron, diamond, and golden pickaxes used to gather types of stone 4 times faster than by hand. Iron, diamond, and gold axes used to gather wood 4 times faster than by hand. It also had sticks, balls, sulfur. That's actually called gunpowder, really. This is actually sulfur, or gunpowder. Gunpowder used to actually be called sulfur, and it also adds feathers, string, and also mushroom stew. It also has a new mod called Giant. If you don't know what giants are, it's a giant. It's like a really big zombie, and it has 100 health. I should re-add them. Also, it also adds functionless non-block items, non-mob entities, and items can be dropped on the grounds, can then be picked back up. World generation, level options, level type, island, floating flat, original, level shape, square, long and deep, level size, small, normal, huge, and level theme, normal and hell. It also adds liquid spawner, which I don't know. And it also has liquid spawner. Don't know actually what that means. Also, fluids can spawn above sea level and on floating islands. Also, that's Infdev house. So it also adds also explosions of powers when going through stronger materials. Blocks leaves can now produce shadows. Grass can now grow in slightly lit areas. Lava sets fire to flammable materials. Water doesn't move on surface it's on. Won't spread out over unfilled water surfaces. If it has an empty space next to it, will evaporate to a probability or copy 1/3. Also, changes for mobs now avoid taking damage from cliffs via TC. Passive mobs now only spawn in bright areas. Also, mobs now only spawn in dark areas. And non-mob entities and all items and mobs can catch fire. And world generation oceans have infinite water. These were all split into like a few updates, not just one. So all these updates, but just all the mods into one. Also, it has another update called Minecraft Infdev, which includes a 10 version of February 6th to February 23rd. It adds day and night cycles, the sun and moon move across the sky. It also adds farming. The player can plant seeds which can be grown into wheat and crafted into bread. Also, it adds a third-person view, toggle by pressing F5, and also it adds two new blocks, farmland which can have crops placed on it, and furnace used to smelt items. And it also adds some few new items, hoes used to sow dirt into farmland, which probably have iron, gold, and diamond. Bread can be eaten and crafted from wheat. Seeds can be placed on farmland, grow into wheat. Wheat can be crafted into bread, armor can be worn used for protection. It also adds non-mob entities called paintings, so it finally adds paintings. I'm just going to see what the first painting added was. So it adds paintings, and it actually adds paintings. It's actually all the ones it adds. Recipe used 8 wood planks rather than 8 sticks. Actually, a lot of paintings. This is actually what they used to look like. So they actually look different than before. I thought. Oh yeah, it was the texture, wasn't it? So next they add two themed paradise in the woods. Also changes our sounds to use OpenAL. Logs now drop log instead of planks. Cobblestone smelts into stone. Mobs, skeletons now burn in sunlight, drop arrows. Zombies also now burn in sunlight and they drop feathers. Pigs drop raw pork chops. Creepers drop gunpowder. And spiders drop shrink. So the next update. So next in Infdev. Also, Infdev means in development, and Infdev means infinite development. Which I'm just trying to make them. Oh, actually, that's quite awesome. It adds golden apples. It also adds generation of brick pyramids, obsidian, farmlands. So let's see, 1536 by 1536 test sky box, which is completely blue. The player will spawn 999 glass and 990 wood planks in new worlds. The world now generates infinitely as it does in modern versions. Entities no longer work. As a result, mobs no longer spawn. Third-person view does not render the player, although the camera is still played out. Blocks no longer drop anything, and dropping items effectively deletes them. The train generates much like it did during Classic. Map theme, map shape, and map type no longer have any effect, as all Infdev maps are the same. It also removes Infdev house, day-night cycles, sands, gravel, caves, tree and ores. That's what the world looks like now. It's a lot weirder. It also removes trees. Probably will add them soon. I'll just re-add them soon. Was that when we implemented the day and night cycle on working balance. Next update is this one. I'm also gonna do another patch just we implemented arrows partition on the quick box. Arrows are one of each with an equal chance. Sheep, pig, skeleton, creeper, spider, and zombie. Peaceful difficulty, any rolls that land they cost some more, or instead spawn nothing. Arrows shot by skeletons also have this effect. Not just one shot by a player, which would probably be very annoying. The items the player spawns with upon creating new worlds has been changed. 999 diamond axes, 999 diamond shovels, 999 diamond pickaxes, 999 torches, 999 pairs of flint and steel, 999 planks, 999 glass blocks, 999 bows, and 999 arrows, which is a lot of items and blocks. Entities are functional again, allowing for mining blocks to drop resources. Blocks now and are working. Drops are now working. Third person view shows the player. Opening containers crashes the game. Fixes opening the inventory no longer crashes the game. So I'm actually going to put that in another video soon. So bye.